What up, world? This your boy Lil Mo Films, and welcome to the Chitlen Circuit. Hey, we got a special guest in the building today. I'm talking about a legend, a Tennessee legend, a Chattanooga legend. You feel me? I'm talking about Mr. 32 himself.
All right.
I'm talking about not only Citico Joe,
Come on.
Joe Jenkins, man, in the Chitlen Circuit, man.
With the B.R.A.V.E effect.
Come on now. Come on now. What's going on, man?
Man, come on. You know what it's doing, man. Just grinding, bro. Just grinding, man. Every day grinding, man. That's what it is. I live for it. It's a lifestyle.
That's what you've been doing, though. That's what you've been doing. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
So I got to get into it first, bro, because this your first time, you know what I'm saying, tapping in or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Which is good, better late than never. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And it's right on time because, like, so everything come with growth, and I ain't trying to take over your show.
Nah, go take it over. Take it over, nigga. Take it over. Nigga, this your time.
Like, I like the people to know, like, man, how did Joe finally end up? Like, because I had to call you and apologize. See, what men got to know is that when you probably done something that was not favorable, like, you got to step up to the mic and say, hey, bro, I might have done something that wasn't favorable. And I want to be the first one to apologize. You understand what I'm saying? Because it was some things I didn't understand at first. And then once I understood it, once I tapped in, like as I'm moving along my mission, then I heard y'all like, man, I gotta holler at Lil Mo. Yeah. I need to get in, but the first thing I got to do, see, because I need to get in to the Chitlen Circuit, to the Lil Mo motherfucking films.
There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go.
But before let's not skip the part, even though you didn't know, I still need to let you know, bro. I probably spoke on your name and because I didn't understand you, and that's why I hadn't been here. But first of all, I apologize, and yo, come on, man, let's do
that's real, man.
But see, because people need to know that, like, I
real,
ain't gonna
bro.
sit up here and just act like, oh, it's Now I had to come through the door, apologize.
But a lot of times that even the eyes on that older generation versus the younger generation, sometimes that's all a young nigga want, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I bring something to the table too. You bring something to the table. If we could put this together, you know what I'm saying? We can make something shake. Right. You feel what I'm saying? You know, so yeah, man. But fuck all that, man. You know what I'm saying? I already know. Man, I already know. Come on,
I gotta respect.
Come on, now.
I can't sit on your show and don't respect.
I already know, man. I feel that. I appreciate that.
Come on, what you got for me,
man? You ain't never been on here before, bro.
I haven't, man.
For the people that's on my platform that don't know about Joe Jenkins, aka Citico Joe, tell them a little bit about you. You know, where you come from, what side of town you come from. You know, how was your upbringing?
All right, so I come from, man, I actually, because a lot of times they people who know me from like 5th, 6th grade, they're gonna be like, yeah, that nigga ain't keep it real, you know. So I done stayed all over Chattanooga, you understand what I'm saying? I done stayed I done stayed out south on the south side in Long Park when it was still the bricks. I done stayed right there. Yeah, the brick. I done stayed out there, 236 West 34th Street Circle. See what I'm saying? I still remember the address. And then we moved on, and I done been in Red Bank everywhere, but for the majority of my life, I've been on the east side of Chattanooga, right there on Citico.
East Chat, that's what's up. Yeah. Citico got a lot of history though. Citico got a lot of history.
It do have
especially
a lot of history. Especially
when you talk about like Vic Novine, all them folks.
Yeah. See, those guys, they came before me. They had already did what they did and whatever, you know what I'm saying, the foundation that they put down, like, there's much respect. But Vic had came, and by the time I was doing what I was doing, he was already gone and doing time. So
what was it like? What was it like growing up back in them days when you was an adolescent? You know, teenager coming to teenage. You know what I'm saying, in Chattanooga.
So like right now, I'm on a lot of like about structure, bro. I want to see like what we can do to make a difference in like what's going on. And one of the biggest things that stands out to me, like everybody, I can give you all the sob stories. I can tell you about, you know, at one point in time when my family wasn't doing the best, and it was in the 80s when everybody was trying drugs out. You know what I'm saying? My family wasn't exempt, and my upbringing wasn't either. I had to start working at the age of 14, 15 years old. Had to start taking care of my family and doing those things. Like, I can give you that story, but that's common to me.
That's it.
What I really want to give you is what I tapped in, like positioning. You know, and coming up without your family being in position, then you're forced to survive. You see what I'm saying? And so when I look at what's going on in our community today, I'm pushing it. My quote is positioning versus survival.
We making decisions based off trying to survive and not based off positioning ourselves. I understand.
Not so much of ourselves, but let's put it on the parents. They haven't positioned themselves. And so if it's not positioned in the household, then where the hell we gonna get it from?
Yeah.
Like if I haven't seen my mom or my dad position, where do I get positioning from? What do I know anything about investing for real? What do I know anything? What do I know about, you know what I'm saying, insurance, that we need to have insurance? What do I need to know about just life and embracing being myself? Bro, I had scholarships to Baylor and Macaulay coming out of 6th grade, but I didn't embrace being myself. And so I began to be someone else, to be accepted in a world of survival.
Yeah.
And so I did whatever it took, what they was doing in survival mode. I adapted to the jungle.
Cause that's where you was at. Sometimes they say it ain't where you from, it's where you at. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Where you at?
and I feel I always felt like I always say this, like one of my favorite dudes is my boy Big Time, man. Free Big Time. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
I always said
timer.
Yeah. I always said if somebody like Big Time or even my boy Frank White, if these boys was born in different scenarios, different situations, if their family members pretty much had been lawyers and doctors and you know what I'm saying, them boys would be something different. But they was forced to abide by the rules and they where they was born at. Man, you know what I mean?
We often put our brains on the back burners and adapt to the environment. You see, because once you what you out of all the individuals that you name, like nobody's gonna dispute the fact that they're smart and talented.
Yeah.
Including myself. Nobody ain't gonna dispute that fact. But however, we put our brains on the back burner in order to adapt to the environment.
Yeah.
Positioning versus survival.
So I mean, do you feel like maybe we need to change the environment? You know what I'm saying? Maybe if we change the environment, we can get some better results.
Absolutely. So that's what I do with the B.R.A.V.E effect. Like I'm trying to, my whole thing is with the parents, like people coming out of prison that I mentor and that I coach. If I can begin to change the head of the households, then automatically, so you seeing men that come out of prison and now they're managing companies and they're overseeing properties and stuff like that.
That's
they're
true.
taking their children with them. I had one guy to say, man, I don't even gotta buy my children's school clothes. They've been working all summer. They saved up their own money. I've been taking them to work with me. How do you think that makes me feel as a CEO?
That's big.
You see what I'm saying? Big. To see the positioning take place in the household. They not big on. They ain't watching the little homies in the survival mode so much. They watching what they daddy doing. Their daddy has created a way for not only them but his wife as well. You know, in more than one situation. So that's why I focus on the household and how can I change the head, because if the head is in position, then it trickles down.
That's it. Nah, that's real right there, man. That's real, man. A lot of times we go through things in our adolescent years and maybe our young adult years. I know I went through some stuff, some different situations that I can honestly say that situation changed my life. You know what I'm saying? What's a story, man, maybe coming up in Chattanooga that happened to Joe Jenkins, Citico Joe, that it could be something that changed your life for the better or good, but you learn from it at the end of the day?
Man, I won't get on here and fake it like God didn't have nothing to do with, you know. And sometimes when your immediate cry out to him ain't things don't happen immediately. But I remember when my friend Richard got killed in 2001.
Okay.
And Little Richard. And I remember after he got killed, I went to church. And I would go down to altar call and they'd be like, what you want? And I would leave the club and go. I'd be up all night, geeked on X pills, whatever.
Everything.
Like I ain't exempt on blow, X pills, whatever. Like I did it all. Like I ain't here to act like I ain't the whole nine. Yeah. But it was something about it. I would still get up and go to church. And every time I went to that altar and they would be like, yo, what you want? And I'd be like, and I want to pray for God to take this lifestyle away from me because I don't want to die in the streets like Richard. And I knew that I didn't want to die in the streets, regardless how it came about. I knew that I wanted a different way. And Man, I went down. I started going to church, man. 9 months later, I probably would go to church like twice out the month, brother. And when I tell you, I would go to the club, still have on my club clothes. We'd be up all night, partying, doing whatever. Man, when that 9, 10 o'clock come around, I end the party, and we been up all night. Like, hey, y'all, I got to go. They be like, where you going? I'm finna go to church. We go to church. And I would go. And I would ask for that same prayer, but 9 months later, they can't. I had my first indictment. And the first thing I said, God, this ain't what I was talking about.
Yeah. hey.
I faced that job every 2 years.
Sometimes
I was like, God, this is not what I was talking about.
Yeah. Be careful what you ask for again.
Man, you better be specific. Do you hear me? So that was the start of it. You asked about the change.
He had to clean you out though.
But the thing about it, I wrestled with him then. And before I got out, I told him, look, man, I ain't rocking with you like this and that. And you whoop the whoop, because it didn't happen how I expected to. Because it was a lot of faulty things with how that went down.
It don't never look like how it's going to look.
Nah, and I told him, I said, man, look here, I ain't camping. This is what I told God. So if there's anybody listening, like, if you got that type of relationship, be careful with you. I was like, look here, man, I ain't campaigning for you no more.
Yeah.
I said, if somebody asks, I'll tell them the truth. But I ain't campaigning. You know, I'm on this now. You ain't come rescue me. I did the whole 10-year sentence. And, man, doggone, it didn't pay off because after I was out for 3 years and I separated, then they come back up with the indictment for the 32. And then I was facing a mandatory life sentence.
Damn. Man, that's crazy, man.
I kind of got it after that one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hey, they'll wake you up. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost, okay, so, you know, I've been to jail before, but I ain't never been to prison. You feel what I'm saying? So what did you learn? Because I feel like one thing that kept me from prison, I just so happened to grow up in a family where a lot of people was in and out of prison. And I got to sit back and ear hustle and just hear their stories and hear why they went back. I got to see the dude who couldn't let go of the past when he came back. I got to see the dude who changed his life when he came back. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I was always one of them young dudes, Joe, who would actually listen to the older dudes. It'd be a bunch of us around.
That's rare.
But they'll see that one.
That's rare, though.
I already know. But
I didn't listen.
I feel like it's the reason why I'm in the position that I'm in today. You know what I'm saying? Because I actually listen. I respect the older guys. You know what I'm saying? But like what you said at the beginning of the show, a lot of time the younger dude don't get the respect from the older guys when really they trying to add what you done gave them.
Respect is the key.
To the arsenal to take it to another level. And nigga, you taught me. I'm finna take you with me. You feel me? So what did Joe Jenkins learn from going to prison, bro? Doing all that time. You know what I'm saying? Like, what did you learn in that motherfucker?
Bro, I learned so much, but but one thing that's sticking out that come to mind is I remember saying that second time I went back and I was facing that life sentence, I said, man, I got everything from the streets that I can get. I got everything from that lifestyle. I know how to survive in the streets. I know how to survive in prison. But that shit ain't taught me nothing about how to prosper. How do I prosper as a man? How do I prosper to leave a legacy?
Did you talk to somebody in jail or something? Or did anybody pull you to the side? Or I just kind of came with time and just
if I got to give everybody credit that's due. So one thing that turned the light bulb on for me was I was in Bradley County because I did 2 years in Bradley County jail fighting the case. And I never forget my attorney, she had came in one day, and after that, you know what I'm saying, they had us splattered out across the news, the 32 worst of the worst. And the mug shot that they used from me was like from 10 years prior, so they used the worst.
I remember your hair was out.
Yeah, they used the worst.
I'm finna show the picture right now.
Yeah, that's not the mug shot that they gave the U.S. Marshals. They gave the U.S. Marshals the mug shot of the guy that I was going to see my probation officer. So anyway, you know, and I'm looking at that, and when they saying you the worst of the worst, man, you like, man, I just want somebody to tell them who I really am. Like I'm not a fucking monster.
I was just trying to get some money.
Man, that's it, man. I just sold dope.
Just like you. I ain't bringing the dope up. Y'all got the boats. Man, y'all got the boats.
And so
in the plane.
I'm like, and so she came in to see me one day, and I said, Miss Corey, I said, can I ask you a question off the record? Because by this time, she's allowing me to help assist with my case. And she's taking the stuff that I'm giving her and she's actually utilizing it in motions to the judge. So that means it's A1 because the first thing she told me is I'm never going to make a fool of myself in front of the courts.
Yeah.
She was 60-something years old.
So your shit got to line up with my shit.
There you go.
Shit right. Yeah.
So now, and I had been helping other guys. Like I helped quite a few guys in the joint, you know what I'm saying, with their cases. And so
they go back to that Baylor shit though. They trying to get me the Baylor.
So hold on here. I'm finna get to that. So she, I never forget. She came to visit, and I said, Miss Corey, because I don't know, maybe it was something in me that needed to be released or needed something. And I asked her, I said, Miss Corey, I said, can I ask you a question off the record? And she said, yes. She took her glasses off. She said, yeah. I said, Miss Corey, I said, I want to know what you think about me. And she took her glasses off. She was like, you really want me to answer that question? I said, yes, ma'am, I do. And she's an elderly, I got to give credit where it do. She was an elderly white woman, too. And I said, yes, ma'am, I do. And she looked at me and she said, I'm highly disappointed in you. Because you of all people could have done so much more for your community than what you have done. And out of my mouth came the words, and I still can. And it was like at that point, a light clicked on.
Yeah.
And I knew that I wanted to help because I'm helping guys in there and it's working. Like I'm going up against the government.
You found something you good at.
I did. And then that's when it reminded me like, Joe.
And it's bigger than what you, it's kind of bigger than what.
Because it's going to be some young person listening to this. Man, I gave up who I really was to fit in with the streets and my peers. You hear what I'm saying? I was really smart. What some would call a nerd. But he wasn't popular and accepted. Fat kid, Jerry curl, braces, man, ain't nobody picking me to be on the team for nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So I gave up who I really was to fit in. Which means when I looked at it and after Miss Corey said what she said, I said, man, I done spent 20-something years out here in these streets faking. This ain't who I really am. I adapted to my environment. So it's somebody out there and the kids, and you don't just adapt to the environment. Be who you are. It's greatness within you. Yeah. But you gotta accept you. You gotta accept you first. Whether you different or whatever. You gotta accept you first. I didn't go, why would I, at the time I'm like, why would I go to bed? I don't know nobody over there. It's a different culture. Yeah. I was afraid to
new things bring new visions though. Like
so that was the turning point for me to accept like I'm not average. I don't fit in with everybody.
Well, these people can't. They ain't able to do what I can do over here.
They ain't. If that's the case, everybody else in here be fighting these cases.
That's it. That's it.
They'll be knocking on everybody else though. Asking, you understand what I'm saying? And my attorney told me this right here. She said, let me tell you something. She said, that prosecutor don't like you. I said, why you don't like me? Because I don't care what you do. Whenever you get in front of that doggone federal government and it's your name versus the United States versus you, all of a sudden you want to be real small. And I'm like, little old me. I'm like, damn. You understand what I'm saying? But that's what I was up to bat against. And that is what, when people would come to me, they bring me their cases. And she told me, she said, if they built a new jail to house federal inmates, she said, you'll be the first to go and won't none of your co-defendants go with you.
Damn. Yeah.
And I had to get to the point where I had to tell people when I was helping them, don't tell them I'm helping you because they're going to move you to another pod. As soon as they find out that I'm helping you, they're going to move you.
Yeah, then I can't help you no more.
I can't help you no more because the thing is, I'm not stopping them, but I'm showing people what's going on with their case. And you don't actually, like, if nothing else, you deserve the right to be heard. You see what I'm saying? You deserve the right to file certain motions. If we're going on this
American shit, if we talk about the USA,
you got a right to file a motion.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Why your doggone attorney might be telling you one thing, you got a right to file this motion. And guess what I was having people do? Write the courts. Just write them.
They got to see it. Yeah.
It goes on the docket. If nothing else, it's insurance. It could save your ass later on.
I did this.
you can never say I didn't bring it up to the courts.
Yeah, I told y'all.
I told y'all. So
Yeah.
because once they get you to sign them pleas and get on out the way, they can say, well, he never said nothing. He said everything was fine. He didn't cry till he got the time. If you got a document, you can say, no, we go back to docket such and such and such and such. I told the courts. I wrote the courts.
Yeah.
I tell people all the time, communicate with the courts.
So you spoke on the 32. You know what I'm saying? That was big news, man. And me and my boy Mott the Pimp, you know what I'm saying? We put together a documentary, man, to pretty much try to go on the defense from the offense, which was the city of Chattanooga, the Times Free Press, everybody. They put y'all boys out there as the 32 worst of the worst.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, a lot of people knew. I didn't know everybody in there, but I knew some people in there. You know what I mean? And other people knew other people that I didn't know in there. And everybody was like, we know the worst niggas in Chattanooga. These ain't the worst niggas. I mean, sure, some of these niggas trying to get some money, but these niggas ain't the worst.
They want to hook you up.
Yeah, they trying to put you on. Like, so that didn't sit well with people like me and Maul, who locally had a voice with this in the hip hop community.
Right.
So we wanted to do something about it. Now I gotta tell you this. I got discouraged at first, Joe. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody wasn't willing to accept the challenge to put this out there like you was. And Maul reached out to you and brought you in, but the resistance I was getting from people that I didn't know,
right.
You know what I'm saying? People I didn't know. Man, one dude hit me up, Joe. I won't say his name. You know what I'm saying? I won't put nobody's names out there. Get what he hit me up and said, Joe.
What he tell you?
He said, hey, man, I appreciate it. If y'all want to talk about this, I'm just trying to put this behind me and move on with my life. And at first I was like, okay, I feel that. But then I got mad, Joe, because I was like, but you ain't say nothing to them white folks who just put you in the front of the front page newspaper saying you the worst of the worst. And here me and Maul is trying to say, no, these brothers not the worst of the worst. They bring something to the community. And if anybody the worst of the worst, it's the dude who at the top of this shit who really is the worst of the worst. You know what I'm saying? Because he abusing his power and he supposed to be over shit and, you know what I'm saying? I don't even want to say his name.
But here's the thing, bro. If I don't, man, I don't mean to
talk to me.
You can't force nobody to take the stands.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like some people ready to go. Like I was ready to go. It wasn't much more you could have done to me. And some people like, what we don't realize is like I had to look at this right here. What my mom had 2 sons that was on that worst of the worst, me and my brother. And I can't imagine what going to church was like for her now. What going to the grocery store was like, because I'm sure that you always
and people see her that know.
Yes, that's her. That's her.
That's her son. Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying. So for some people, they probably like, man, I just, you know what I'm saying, I'm tired of my family living this 32 nightmare.
Respect it.
You see what I'm saying?
I can
and you got some people like, I'm a frontline fighter, so I got my troops ready, man. We going. You know
you was on go.
Post this. You understand what I'm saying? Put this out. Put that. But for some people, you understand what I'm saying? I just so happen to have a different tribe behind me. You get what I'm saying? And so for some people, like I said, I don't know what it was like for their families, because when I looked at it, and one of the things that had me wanting to help so much was because, man, when I thought about it, man, they had a lot of people that was 18, 19, 20, up to 25, them young boys in there, and I'm like,
10 years, 15 years.
And when I'm looking at them, I'm not seeing their faces. Excuse me. I'm seeing the faces of like their grandmamas, man. That's like, that's my baby.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? I ain't saying that everybody was no angel neither.
Yeah, I understand.
You understand what I'm saying? But however, this somebody's baby, man. And you done splattered them across. And here's the biggest issue, like we done seen it plenty of times. So you mean to tell me you didn't have no whites, no Mexicans, no Arabs? You didn't have nobody else that you could have.
All black.
Like all 32 was black.
All black, man.
So that's gonna always be a problem.
I don't even think they thought about that when they did that.
You see what I'm saying? That's gonna because like you don't think we sold drugs to you think we just sold drugs to black folks? Sell drugs to whoever want to buy some.
Yeah, money is money. Yeah.
And I'm trying to buy some from whoever got it, and I figured they might have been straight. So like, don't put it on. You know what I'm saying? That's what the biggest issue with me was. You know what I'm saying? It's just a few of the things. Outside the fact that they did a lot of lying and false identifying just to get the search warrants. sign and stuff like that. So that's probably a whole nother.
But a lot of people done came home now, man. I got something coming up with Frank White soon. You know what I'm saying? We'll be able to conversate with him. But on a lighter note, you know what I'm saying? You got I've been hearing a lot about this B.R.A.V.E, man.
Man, listen,
about this B.R.A.V.E. First of all, tell them what B.R.A.V.E stand for and what B.R.A.V.E mean and how did you come up with B.R.A.V.E?
So B.R.A.V.E is an acronym for Building Relationships and Valuable Encounters. Let's go back to when I told you, when I said, man, I done got everything from the streets, from that culture. I done got everything that I can get. I know how to survive in the streets, I know how to hustle in the streets, and I know how to survive, and I know how to make it in jail. I got that. But life has to be about more than that. So when I went in, I'm like, how do I get to the next level? How do I get to home ownership? How do I get to entrepreneurship? How do I get to being the CEO and the founder? How do I get to these places? They not teaching us that shit on the block.
Yeah, they not. You right.
They not teaching that on the block. Like before I went to jail, I didn't have, you know what I'm saying, me and one of my previous co-defendants, we had a detail shop and all that. B.R.A.V.E had a restaurant and all that. Like, but you do that shit to cover up or whatever, man.
That's
just,
the main,
because that's the
what
thing to do.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? But to get into the realness of it, so I began to see the value in relationships, starting because my attorney became like my friend. You see what I'm saying? And so when I went in, I'm like, I befriended, like my second trip, I ain't hang with the homies. I didn't. I ain't finna sit up and act like I ran the yard with the homies.
I'm trying to get out of here. Yeah.
Man, I'm trying to make it. I need something different in my life because, let me tell you something, man. When you look at yourself in that mirror in that orange fucking jumpsuit at the age of 40 years old, you got 5 kids, you got grandkids, and you look in that damn mirror, man, you like, I'm like an old damn fool.
Yeah, I fucked up. Yeah.
Man, these young folks run around calling me uncle and shit. Oh, they call you school and this, that, and the other. Man, this can't be the end of my life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bro, that shit hurt. And I'd be the first one to say, when I was in Bradley County fighting that case, man, I had so much case law spread out. I had the case law spread out. I had my Bible spread it out. And doggone all day, all night. And a lot of nights, that doggone Bible was soaking wet and that paperwork was soaking wet because I'm reading and crying, bro. Because I'm like, man, they trying to take my life. Man, I wasn't created to be in bondage. Even the animals are fucking free.
I ain't did nothing this bad to be.
But animals are free. Have you ever seen a happy animal in the zoo?
Yeah. Oh, no.
They all look goddamn.
Yeah, they all depressed in the mud. Yeah.
None of us was created to be in bondage. And I probably just got off the subject a little bit. So what I done was I befriended doctors, lawyers, doggone politicians.
You changed your plugs.
Man, I changed my plugs. But what I did, I didn't go empty-handed. Yeah. So if they gave me an assignment, which was to write something down or to read something, I done that.
Own it.
You got to put some skin in the game when you talking about crossing over.
Always.
You see what I'm saying? And so one of the things that put me ahead of the game, even with the B.R.A.V.E effect, bro, when I hit the street, I had a plan. A real plan, like executive summary, vision statement, mission statement, everything down, like what operations budget, this, that, and the other. Like I had the whole 9. You know, you talking about a nigga sold dope all his life off of Citico. You know what I'm saying? Woodlands. You see what I'm saying? So now when I come and I see somebody say, let me see your plan, I'm not speaking it out my mouth. Let me tell y'all something. They don't want to hear that game.
They can see you.
They don't want to hear that game, and you need to slide that thing across the table so that they can take it with them, or you need to be able to send it to them.
Yeah.
Because if I can sell you dope that don't smoke,
you ain't gonna sell it. Yeah.
I can sell you a business plan.
There you go. Yeah. You can sell it. Yeah, you right.
You see what I'm saying? So when I tell people all the time, how do I know what you giving me ain't the same thing that everybody else talking about on the yard? Yeah. You just done listen enough times, you can repeat that shit. I need to see what your plans are.
I need to see.
I began to do that, and at the prison I was at, they had a Microsoft Office, so I took Microsoft Office as well. But I worked 3 jobs while I was in there. Yeah. And for all 3 of them, I got paid $70 a month. Yeah. You know, and the purpose of that was it began to train me. So when I get out here, I don't care nothing about going to work, man. Yeah, I'm going to work.
I was making $70.
Man, I $70 a month. I cleaned them. I was a unit oiler. I cleaned the bathroom. So it was the bathroom. I worked in the computer lab and I worked in recreation. I worked in recreation so I get free popcorn and shit. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? You gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah. But my whole point is, let me give you this right here, bro. This is what a lot of people ain't saying. And I ate out the trash can, bro. Yeah.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah.
Yeah, he like the fucking trash, man. Cause he used to be a wreck man. He come in and he would bring rotisserie chicken, but he didn't like the wings and the thighs.
He throw them bitches away.
He throw them away, and I still ate out the trash.
Yeah. Even though it was straight, probably, but yeah.
I hope it was straight.
Yeah, I'm willing to take a chance. Yeah.
You hear me? I'm gonna cook it anyway.
I'm willing to take a chance.
But my point is, like, bro, like nobody understand the condition because what they feeding us is slop.
Yeah.
This man just dropped off something in the trash.
Yeah. I feel you. So yeah, that's crazy.
So you know,
man.
people get to talking this, that, and other, but I ate out the trash too. You see what I'm saying? Like, how you want to look at it? And I take it back to the unit. I tell my partner, I be like, bro, I'm finna cook this chicken up. Like, where you get this shit? I be like, man, I got it out the trash. Do it. Ain't nobody turns it down.
Yeah, they still want it, man.
Yeah. But keep going. Come on, let's go. But so I surrounded myself with different people, and then you hear that thing like you are how it go. You are you are one of the 5 most people that you hang around. Like I ain't hanging around. I don't need enough front of homies no more. They kicking and talking about this, the bitches, this, the smoking this.
It's about growth.
I need
to be around you. You're gonna show me something different that's gonna benefit me for the future, man.
I needed to understand the difference. It's a different language, bro.
It is.
And see, that's what
I've been trying to tell
I had got so far gone that when I like that's why I owed you an apology. I done got damn near a little beside myself to where I couldn't, you know what I'm saying? But now it allowed me to see, like even when I was doing the race for the 5K run, I had created everything, you know, pretty much like for sponsorship and this, that, and to show the people what I was doing. But I was forgetting to show my people who the B.R.A.V.E effect is all about what I was doing. Like, so that's why I had to do the additional video. Like, nah, I got to make sure. So it taught me balance. Yeah. While I'm fighting to get in certain rooms and to certain tables for us to have these conversations, I still gotta have balance.
And you know, we need you in them rooms, bro. We need you in them rooms cause like I said, there's different positions out here that need to be played for our movement. You know what I'm saying? So
my name is Joe Jenkins, founder and CEO of the B.R.A.V.E effect Re-Entry Coaching Program. What we're a program that are here to coach people on through to get them to another place in life after re-entering in society. I've done a total of 13 years in prison. I was once considered one of the 32 worst criminals in Chattanooga, Tennessee. After being arrested for the second time and facing a mandatory life sentence and being pressured by all type of things that comes with the judicial system, I decided to come up with a program that could help somebody not go through what I once went through. 49.3% of men return back to prison. 49.3%, and that's just federal alone. For the state, over that same period, we have a 83% of recidivism. Why is the B.R.A.V.E effect so important? Because we gotta switch the dynamic of the households, of the men coming from prison. And we gotta put men in position where they can see men like myself, because those guys coming out, they'll lose hope fast. So, I would advise you, if you have anybody, whether it may be organization, whoever it is that you may see can benefit from building relationships and valuable encounters, please contact the B.R.A.V.E effect. Get with us, get those guys in position. Call and order the book, send it in, send the pre-re-entry guide in, and let's start helping these men get in position. Because one thing about a successful re-entry, it starts when you enter those prison walls. You don't wait till you come home to re-entry. And if you remember nothing else, remember this: re-entry is a lifestyle.
I'm all about see right now I got this my brand. This the brand I'm finna be pushing. They sponsoring me.
I've been seeing that around. Like,
so you got
guys
Rich. Hold on, shouts out Rich, man. You know what I'm saying? Realize it can happen. You feel me?
You gotta watch the brand because I wear.
Hold on. So look, so I see you got one of my other sponsors You rocking one of their jackets right now. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out my boy Houston Leathers.
Yeah.
If you don't know, he one of the creators for the 85 South show right here from Chattanooga.
And put me in the tightest jacket.
You know what I'm saying? So if you don't know who Houston Leathers is, you make sure you go check him out. You feel me? Because we all about supporting black brands. If we can go support Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Balenciaga, all this, we can go support our black-owned brands. You know what I'm saying? So I did want to just point out the fact that you had on one of them cold-ass Houston leather jackets on right
man,
there.
I had to have it.
You know what I'm saying?
I had to have it.
And it's maroon and gold.
Yeah.
We got to shout out Tina.
Tina High just did that thing. For
the city of Chattanooga.
They did it for themselves. They did it for their school.
Yeah.
Man, them boy put on for
the city. For the city
Ain't
of
no way
Chattanooga.
I wasn't wearing this doggone maroon and gold today.
For the city of Chattanooga. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. So you know you got the B.R.A.V.E effect going on, and you know you doing all this. You done changed the game. I really feel like that's what I want to see, man. But I want to ask you personally: have Joe Jenkins, and we're not gonna say Citico Joe, even though they got a ring to it. We might can use that for promotion and marketing. Have Joe Jenkins thought about maybe running for like city council, bro, or mayor or something like that? Because before you answer, I feel like we need somebody from this city who can relate on the good end and the bad end, man, that truly want to represent everybody in the city in a good light. And I feel like you'll be a perfect candidate for that, bro. I don't know if you ever thought about that or if anybody ever asked you what you think about that, though. City council or mayor, Joe Jenkins?
I think that one of the team members can take that city council spot, but when you talk about the mayor, and the reason be, it's not so much of me. Mm-hmm. It's about the people. Like, you're not the only person that done ask me that. I hear it all the time.
That's what I was thinking. He had to be there because I like this. I hear it all the time, man.
But here's the thing. So I understand this enough to know. For one, man, I'm a hood nigga. I ain't never. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I ain't did nothing like that. So it would take I would have to have a team. Yeah. And so we would be the mayor. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Because we would be the mayor. Because I wouldn't want to be by myself because that ain't what I do.
You saying make decisions based off the team?
Make decisions based off the team, man. Mm-hmm. Me and my team would be the mayor. Now, if they made it and made sense, would I jump out there? Hell yeah. You understand? But it would be because I need some people. Of course, I need a few people in the room smarter than me. Mm-hmm. I need a few people in the room that understand politics, that understand what's going on in this city and what we want to do. And I'm pretty much just the voice. Yeah. And the drive. Yeah. I'm the gorilla.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Man, I can see you with that suit on, man.
I'm the gorilla. You see what I'm saying? And that's me understanding my place, but that's me also saying I feel my people. I feel what y'all asking for, and I wouldn't turn. Let's go.
What you think about the mayor right now? That we got right now?
No comment.
No comment. Man, look, hold on. Y'all getting him a bad rap, man. Y'all getting him. Look, hold on. This what I'm saying.
I don't know enough about him.
That's what I'm. Okay, thank you for saying that. This what I'm saying. I met our current mayor, Joe. I'm gonna put this on her right now. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know enough about him.
I met our current mayor on his grind when he was just a car salesman. I watched this man. I used to work at the camp house. Mm-hmm. You feel me?
That's where I first came.
We opened up at 6 in the morning. I watched this man for 2 years straight be at that door at 6. Sometimes they beat me there. They waiting on me to unlock the door.
Hey, in Rome,
I watched him. Right? You see what I'm saying? I watched him get up every day at 6 in the morning and be there. You feel me? Not only that, when we came out with the 32 documentary, and when I came out with my Chattanooga, guess who was the first white person?
I done seen you interview him, right?
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Guess who was the first white person to support me?
Okay.
When some of my own people didn't even
Listen. So by no means, just understand this. Like, I got people that's behind me. Like, I'm not a black and white.
Yeah, I get it.
Because it's been like, a lot of times, you understand what I'm saying? The whites, You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They even sat down and listened to me
That's what I'm
when
telling
the
you.
blacks was laughing at me.
You see what I'm saying?
I got to keep it real. Like they was my people was laughing.
So,
like, I got a few of them, but go ahead. Like,
nah, I'm getting to a point.
Like, I don't know enough though. Like,
I want to learn. I want people to be able to learn from this. You see what I'm saying, Joe? Like not judging the book based off of like seeing an interview or a clip on the news or you know what I'm saying, or just some general topic.
Okay.
I watched this man for real, bruh. Like really be in tune with what we got going on and want to know.
Okay.
Asking me questions.
Okay.
Before anybody even knew he was gonna run for mayor.
Okay.
But just real like serious, they had meetings.
He was about his hog then.
They had respect. You see what I'm saying? They had meetings down there about what the future of Chattanooga gonna be. Guess who always in the front row?
Him.
I seen him with my own eyes. Now me being in these meetings, just all the reason I'm allowed to be in these meetings is because I work here.
Your employment.
Ain't no niggas in this meeting. Now they promoted it. And that's what I want my people to know. They promote, man, they literally have meetings, bro, about what direction Chattanooga is going to go into the next 10 years.
Okay.
And when I'm working at the camp house and I'm at these meetings, it ain't none of us in there, bro. And it ain't like they ain't putting it out there. They putting it out there.
Oh, we don't show up, but we'll complain like a motherfucker.
You see what I'm saying? So I'm seeing this. with my own eyes.
I know that much.
So I'm like, really, you can't complain if you ain't even showing up.
Yeah.
You try to have, because they voting on it. They like, well, what y'all think about this? Right. What y'all think about that? Let's make a vote. Ain't none of us in there to vote.
Right.
So when they make the decision, you feel me? So how can you blame somebody for that? I like to take what I learned at Tina. That's why I brought that Tina thing up. Win or lose, you got to be able to take self-accountability.
Oh yeah, most.
And that's tough.
That's why the first thing I said, because
we're looking for somebody to blame.
Yeah. I want to make sure it's on the record. Like I don't know enough to comment.
And I
don't know enough. If I knew more, you understand what I'm saying? I met with him a couple of times, and when we sat down and we ate, and we had dinner and whatnot. It was awesome. Mm-hmm. I want to, but for me to say, you know, and I'm not political. Let me just get that out there. Mm-hmm. A lot of times people think that I am because of how much I rock with sis. You understand what I'm saying? Which is Marie or whatnot. Yeah. But because as a young woman that I seen grinding, I see her passion, this, that, and other. I done told plenty of people, and I'm just gonna keep it raw. Like she could be doing a lot of other fucking things. Mm-hmm. She could be doing so much bullshit in the community. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Do she always hit it on the nail on the head?
We human. We
human. None of us do. But do I abandon her for that?
Nah.
Hell no. That's my sister, and I love her.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And I rock with her.
Shout out Marie, man. Love you,
baby girl.
We riding with you.
Right. So, and I stand on that. You know what I'm saying? And she ain't out here setting nobody up to get robbed. She ain't out here boosting this, that, and the other. I mean, she got a passion for her community and her people, and I love it, and I rocked with it. That's the only reason I know anything political. So I'm not a political person.
Yeah, I dig it.
And what came, and since what a lot of, you know what I'm saying, what came with loving my sister, I don't want to have nothing to do with that. But if my city, if my people said, Joe, we got to do it.
Line, you ready to ride? Yeah, man, I dig it.
And I'm going to get her.
I dig it. I dig it, man. I dig it, bro. So yeah, man. Well, let's talk about you know, I did a lot in hip hop.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And there's been a lot of violence going on in hip hop, bro. People been dying, man. And it's a brother out there from Texas, Charleston White. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't like him, some people do. Some people see his vision, some people don't. He got an interesting tactic on reaching black people. Meaning, I call it I read the 48 Laws of Power, which was referred to me by one of them old dudes I was telling you done been to prison. Okay. I ain't had to go to jail to read the book. Right. He went to jail and said, man, you need to read this.
Pick this up.
And I read it. You feel me? And he do something what I would like to call the mirror effect. The mirror effect is showing people themselves by acting like how they act. Okay. You know, so he reached a lot of the rappers by saying, fuck y'all. Fuck Nipsey Hussle. Fuck the Crips. Fuck the Bloods. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And how he retracted it is he was like, y'all done killed more people than the KKK. Like y'all know when I walk outside, and this may be true. I don't know I got to watch my back when I go into the Cancun's. Man, I don't know which one of these niggas might hop out the car. When I hop out the car at the Cancun's, I ain't looking for no white dude to come up and stick no gun in my face. I'm looking for one of these young niggas that look just like me put a gun in my face.
Hey man, I wish I could argue. I wish I could argue with you on that.
How you feel about it, man? How you feel about it?
How I feel about what that
Charleston
or
White.
about him?
I was just throwing what he be talking about.
Okay.
Charleston White.
So
his tactics.
So I had to tap in and listen to some of his stuff, and like with anybody else, he got a lot of stuff that I strongly agree with, and he has a few things that I totally disagree with.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm gonna be honest, like
I disagree.
When
with
he get to talking about raping white women, like you understand what I'm saying? Like I'm not on that.
Did you hear why he said that though?
I did hear why he said it. Like I just couldn't receive. Once he did,
he was saying the rap lyrics. He was saying Pimp C. Mm-hmm. Even Snoop Dogg was telling us to pour beer on the bitch head.
Yeah.
He was like, the rap lyrics preaching this.
I didn't go that far to listen to it. I just know by that time I was like,
he said,
when he gave, let me praise him.
Yeah.
The miseducation of the Negro.
Yeah.
When he talked about that right there, and he basically said that it's the parents. It's on the parents what they allowing their kids to learn, what they showing their children, and what's going on. Like, bro, I'm all for that. You see what I'm saying? Even I heard the one where he said that, how the people, I guess he convicted of murder or whatnot at a young age, and the people that forgave him called him to put the sick down, this, that, and the other.
Yep.
Like, I'm like, okay, hats off to that. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I really, like, when you get to talking about positioning versus survival, bro, how am I going to change my community? How am I going to do it? Every person that I put in position, that's at least 3 to 4 more people that's coming out of survival.
Yeah, they're gonna reach it. Yeah, they're gonna reach more people. Yeah,
that's what that is. And so when he get to talking about, looking at the parents and talking about what they pouring into the children and what they're allowing the children to take in, you know what I'm saying, not be even from the health and the wealth and all that. Like, I'm on that. He got me. Like, I'm good. Let's roll with that. But when he get to talking about the, you know what I'm saying, because I'm not, I'm not so much about, and it make, so what I do understand is maybe his platform. You see what I'm saying? And maybe what he's pushing. Yeah. And for some people, that might ring bells. It does generate conversation. Yeah. No doubt about that. Yeah. But that's just not mine.
Yeah, I dig it. I looked at it as, me personally, like I say, the mirror effect. Like Robert Greene talked about in the 48 Laws of Power. I looked at it as him saying like, oh, it's cool for me to say, Pimp C to say, I'm riding around blowing skunk with a bitch in the trunk, done kidnapped her, raped her. I'm looking at rape, I'm looking at kidnap. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's cool for Snoop to say it. And if I say, but if he say, I raped a white woman, y'all will go recite these lyrics and pump these lyrics up and get them millions of dollars for these lyrics. But if I say I raped a white woman, everybody mad at me. You see what I'm saying? Like, so I agree with the shock value of what he was saying. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like we in a detriment with this black community, man, that we need something different to reach the people that we need to reach, bro. And like, I'm just like everybody else. Like, how do we figure out what do we need to reach the people? And let's try something different. Maybe this. You see what I'm saying? But enough about that. We don't want to go too far into that. I just really want to know your opinion on what you thought.
There's a lot of
stuff. Because y'all around the same age.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
He got some things, and I'm like, he right on point. And he got some things, and it's just like you. As we know, like you might have some things I love, and it might it might
some
be
stuff you don't.
I totally disagree. I'm like, I don't agree with that.
You ain't like the motherfucker, but look, let me tell you. Let me tell you the concept.
Get what she said. Can't nobody say it like you said, baby.
But let me tell you the concept behind the motherfucker.
Lil Mo motherfucking
Films. The motherfucker was because Samuel L. Jackson is from Chattanooga.
Okay.
And that's the coldest nigga in entertainment ever to say motherfucker.
Okay.
He made it big. So I was like, he from the chat. Okay. I'm like, he from Chattanooga. And I'm like, everybody love when Samuel L. Jackson said, so I'm like, let me put the motherfucker into the shit.
I ain't gonna lie, it was like every time I seen that thing, I was like, Mo, you gotta have two. Like, you can't. Like that ain't.
But I don't look like they like Samuel L. Jackson. They think I'm Star
I might want to pull you into a meeting with me, and if I show him your shit, I'm like, well, you got. I don't want to have to explain the first part.
I dig it. I understand.
I want to be like, he talented. Like I need you to hear him.
Hey, Lil Mo, I been shooting dice since I was goddamn 7 years old. You hear me?
But like,
so I roll the dice on. I'm looking at like Samuel. This is what I learned about white people, bro. Let me tell you what I learned.
I had to come back and apologize.
I get it. Let me tell you what I learned. What I done learned about white people. You feel me? You'll get further with white people being honest, being real with them, bro. They don't want the nigga who finna come in there. They'll fuck with you. They will use you as a pun. But if you coming out with some real shit,
they respect you as
because they know that's how you really. They know you ain't like that. Yeah. You coming in with this fake shit. Oh yes, sir. No, sir. They know. You ain't like that. But if you come in, man, what's up, motherfucker?
Yeah.
You know, but you coming in with a good game plan and you coming in serious. So I'm always coming like that because I don't see myself. I might get fired faking it. Yeah. But in the end, they're going to catch me.
I don't consider it as faking it.
You know what I'm saying?
Because so sometimes people might be
different language.
Like a different language. But see, I get it. We have to build a certain type of relationship for you to get to really meet Joe. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? So some people get to meet when I'm sliding across this table as business. And then when some people, they be like, man, you cool as hell, man. I didn't know you was.
That's it.
Like, yeah,
that's what's going to happen.
Like anybody else. You know,
and that's the play I go for.
It works always for everybody. But yeah, what else you got from me? What's going on?
Yeah, man. I just really want to know what you got coming up, bro. Like what's up for Joe Jenkins, man? Citico Joe.
Man, listen, man. Next year is the year, bro. Like we about to hit the country.
Yeah, it's going down.
So yeah, Chat don't be like I'm about to take us on the road. That's what it is, as they call it. A certain organization who got hundreds of prisons just tapped into me. Okay. And so I be going in the prisons. Well, we don't have no prisons in Chattanooga, so y'all clearly know that I be leaving outside of Chattanooga to step into these prisons. So I'm going in there and I'm taking the brothers that heat, man. The B.R.A.V.E is all about, like I explained to her what it was about, which is the acronym. But what we do is, my thing is, I realized that when I was locked up, that the programs, the re-entry programs, because the B.R.A.V.E Effect, so it's the B.R.A.V.E.effect.org. And the B.R.A.V.E Effect, the B.R.A.V.E.effect.org. And I realized when I was locked up that the re-entry programs, it seemed like they wasn't created for us, man. It seemed like that they was created for check-off lists. And to
say we did that.
And to keep the funds coming. Like, because they not really keeping us out of jail.
It's a fun.
Yeah, and then you continue to have people running them that don't know our experiences, that haven't experienced our experience. And I'm not saying everybody got to go to jail, man, but you got to be able to connect with the people, man. Yeah. And so my last time in, it was a guy, and I took he was an inmate like me, Leon Johnson. I still rock with him. He part of the B.R.A.V.E. He in Detroit. He did a re-entry program. It's called 7 Principles. I took his program, and it challenged me so hard. So I told him I wanted to take it twice. And then what I realized, I'm like, nobody ever asked us what we want, what'll work for us. They just coming up with what the statistics and all the school and this, that, and other, what all the scholars saying that we need to do. But nobody takes the time out to say, man, what'll make the difference in your life? Yeah. You get what I'm saying? And so with me, I looked at it and said, I want to be a different type of re-entry program. That's why, like, we don't, like our participants, we don't meet in offices. Man, ever since I've been getting in trouble, I'm in somebody's office. Whether it's the school principal office, whether it's the damn DEA damn office, the federal government prosecutor, whoever office that they taking me in, I'm in somebody's office, the damn CO office, the warden, whoever. So why I want to bring my people out of that. Let's meet at a restaurant. If I say that I accept you in society and we embrace you out here as one of us, then why in the fuck we keep putting you behind the desk? Sliding some papers across to you.
It makes sense.
You see what I'm saying? Like, I understand that. Like, man, I want you to be a part of us.
I ain't never thought about that like that. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, I want you to be a part of us. Let's go eat. Let's go grab some coffee. You get what I'm saying? Let's go bowl. Let's do what you do. And one thing that they say is the difference between the B.R.A.V.E. effect and a lot of other organizations. Man, you can call us after the office hours. You can call us after 5 o'clock.
Anytime.
Man, because here's the thing. Anybody can get you a job. They got jobs everywhere. So I ain't got no kudos just for a re-entry organization that gives somebody a job.
Yeah.
You can get a job. Yeah. The job a lot of times is the safe haven. The hell don't start till you get home. You going home to a family that no longer understands you because now you got principles and morals. If you stand out of jail, you ain't that fun guy that left. They want the guy that's never going back to prison, but they don't understand this guy that got principles and morals.
Yep.
So now you don't kick it. You don't. Your conversation different. So now you going back. You get off of work and going into a household where don't no fucking body understand you. How are we getting them through that?
Yeah.
That's where I come in.
You came in with that. You seen that was missing.
And it's missing.
Yeah. And that's one of the biggest keys in business.
Man, you got
to find what was missing. Find what's missing.
And because you got people that cheers and look at them like, man, you soft now. Your old lady looking at you like, man, you ain't got it no more. And that shit keeps sending me back to fucking prison.
Yeah.
And every time I go in, everybody else do what they want to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
You go get you another dude and screw him till I come home. Or whatever it is. You go on, you live your life, you take every trip you want to take.
But I took all these risks, now I'm back.
I took the risk and did what I did. You have a right to live how you want to live.
Fuck that shit, yeah.
Don't fuck with me when I'm living how I need to live so I don't go back there. And I ain't putting it all on the line for nobody else no more. It's Joe first.
Hey, it's harder to be a leader than it is to be a follower, man.
And that's what I teach my men and women. It's you first. What about my kids? How many letters they sent you? A lot of times our kids, they ain't fucking with us in jail.
Yeah.
Let's keep that real.
They can't even comprehend.
They got their life to live,
yeah, they
bro.
can't even comprehend.
They can't comprehend it.
Yeah.
And if you sick, you see what I'm saying? And until you heal, you can't come home sick healing people.
Yeah.
You gotta get healed first.
Yeah.
And then you can help your family. So I ain't ashamed to say it's me first. I told my mama. She'll tell you today, she said it hurt. So it's me first.
That's powerful, man. That's powerful, bro. And that lead me to this, man. Because I believe words are powerful. You know what I'm saying? We speak life into existence. We can speak death into existence. You know what I'm saying? And be exact when you say this, bro, because like I say, our words are powerful. Be careful what you wish for. You know what I'm saying? Where do Joe Jenkins, Citico Joe, see himself and his movement in the next 5 years, bro? We're going to end on that note.
Traveling the country, speaking, man, and giving life into people that and helping get people into positions so that we can come out of survival. Yeah. The more people I can bring out of survival, then we could change what's going on with the youth. If they get opportunities, if they're taught positioning, then they're not forced to survive.
Yeah. Boom. That's just we need to end it just like that. You feel me? Hey. Lil Mo Films, the Chitlen Circuit, Citico Joe, Jenkins, baby. Hey, we just finished up another epic interview, man, with the Chitlen Circuit. Hey, we appreciate you sliding through, bro.
Oh, man, it's all love, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for the love, fam.
For sure.
All right.
Boom.
We out of here.
All right.
Okay, this is Joe Jenkins, a.k.a. Citico Joe, live with Lil Mo Films at the Chitlen Circuit.
Lil Mo Films, you watching the Chitlen Circuit. Y'all know what it is.
Lil Mo Films. It's your boy Ghost, holding it down for the rich brand, baby. And today, we're going to talk about our customized pieces. What we have here is the denim jackets. Oh, that's straight fire right there. We also have the baseball jackets. And we also customizing hoodies to match your J's. So all you have to do is hit us up on our platforms and get your